So law enforcement authorities are on high alert in Gauteng to avert threats of another possible shutdown, just a month after widespread unrest wreaked havoc in the province. A high-level meeting was held with the provincial top brass and community safety MAC to discuss the province's response this morning. Over 5,500 law enforcement officials have been deployed to various hotspots, including SANDF members as well. At the Bara taxi rank, it was business as usual as police kept a watchful eye on the ground. Messages under the banner of a group called Citizens of South Africa have been circulating on social media, mobilizing the public to stage another shutdown. Gauteng Provincial Police Commissioner Elias Mawela says they've mobilized community structures to be their ears and eyes on the ground. He says thus far there's no signs of a shutdown, barring some service delivery protests in Soweto. They've deployed police to main roads, to malls, shops and other busy areas across the district. Well, let's head back to the social media streets to see the discussion there around the hashtag national shutdown. These are some of these tweets. Lucky is asking, what are we shutting down and why are we shutting it down? Khodoba just wants to have a normal Monday with no more bloodshed. Kevin says he is tired of violence and says that whoever is planning on taking part in a shutdown must be arrested. Sheldon says it seems like the national shutdown is only taking place on Twitter. Well, Nhlanhla Lux, a community leader and leader of the Soweto Parliament, has added his voice and responded swiftly to the murmurs of a planned national shutdown. He's condemned the supposed planned attacks and says that the community must step in. He joins us now live via Zoom. Nhlanhla, a good afternoon to you. An absolute pleasure having you on the show with us as well. We remember you from the unrest in July when you had come out. And I think one of the very first videos that we'd seen on social media was you essentially protecting Maponya Mall, but you had really mobilized the community to do the same. Where is it that you started hearing these murmurs, particularly around the national shutdown in the south?
To be honest with you, around about the same time as everyone else. We don't have special intelligence or special people who can get information quicker than most people. The difference between us is that we take information, we don't take it for granted. Even if it's just a stupid rumor, we make sure that we have resources in place in case that rumor is not just a rumor and it's actioned out.
Yeah. One of the things that we saw in July was the slow response from authorities in the country, that we had to have community leaders such as yourselves then step in. Are you confident with the response that we've seen from authorities this time around?
I'm more than confident. I mean, we should also be honest as citizens of South Africa. You know, when law enforcement actually comes to the party and does well, we should give credit where credit is due. And us being on the ground, we know that it's not just a paperwork planning. They're actually executing the plans that they're saying on TV and on their reports. Because on the ground, last night we were patrolling. There was police visibility absolutely everywhere, especially around the key points where these rumors are said to be attacking or should be attacking. You know, with the community as well, we also still continue to make sure that we don't go to the forefront, because we should allow the South African law enforcement agencies to actually display what resources they have in store for us and how much they can actually protect our national assets, in our case, our assets in Soweto. So we gave them that leadership role, but it doesn't mean we took the back seat. We still in it, we engage with them. Where do we help? What type of help do you need? I mean, the community remains to be the best whistleblowers. If you see something developing somewhere, you contact us or the police, Soweto Parliament, and we see how we can deal with that best, instead of encouraging people to be confronting the danger, because not everyone is equipped to confront danger. So the advice that I gave this morning was that the community must stand up and help the police without interfering. We must stand up and help the joint ops of all law enforcement that has shown serious leadership, and make sure that it's out there proactively, you know, ready for any attack. It must join and make sure that we do it together, because the law enforcement alone is not good enough.
Yeah, well,
we'll need the community to play its role.
Yeah,
but
you know, since July, and of course you've had a lot of activism in Soweto, dealing with electricity shortages in Soweto, and then of course what we saw with the unrest. So you obviously have a very loud voice in the community and a voice that people listen to very well. When we talk about these community members that essentially were looting, we're talking about people that we live with every day in our communities as well. What is your message to those that are waiting for that gap to walk into that mall and loot?
I can be very honest to the rest of South Africa and the world that, let me speak for Soweto, our people are not stupid. I don't have a message to those people because those people don't exist. Our people learned their lesson. They understood that being allowed to be infiltrated and allowed to be used to loot in, for agendas that they don't even know where they come from and where they started from. Our people have learned the lesson. We're on the ground. We know that they actually hate looting. The aftermath, the consequences of looting has left them in trouble while everyone else is enjoying their lives outside Soweto. So there's no Sowetan that's waiting for a gap to loot. Those are just special criminals that are waiting to exercise criminality. And I'm happy we've got law enforcement ready for those people. And I'm saying it with a smile because I know I've been part of some planning around on the ground. There's law enforcement waiting for those criminals.
Yeah.
So I can rest assured Soweto that the crannies can rest easy. There's no terror. Soweto has a different type of feel because there is action being taken, proactive action being taken to make sure that there's no such a thing.
Yeah, Nhlanhla, we really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Nhlanhla Lux, the community leader and the leader of the Soweto Parliament.